Hey everyone, welcome to Sefeo podcast session. It's me Chinta and I'll be the host of our discussion tonight. So we have Ravidin and we have Adit in here with us. Hey there.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So tonight we are going to talk about how a toxic environment affects a person. So
Okay.
yeah, I would like to ask you guys. Maybe you guys have a different definition about what a toxic environment is. I would like to ask Edit first.
Okay. To me, a toxic environment is like the worst place you live, but it also can give you benefit because it depends on how do you view that environment. And if you just like feeling uncomfortable, inconvenient toward the environment that you have, even though that's very toxic, I think you're gonna be like not improving yourself and you're gonna be not getting any benefit. But if you look at it in a positive way, there's like phrase it says, always look at on the bright side. If you can find that, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be good for you. That's it.
Okay, so in your opinion, a toxic environment could be a positive if we make it in a positive way. I mean, if we change it in a positive way. If we think about it in a positive way, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you so much. And I would like to ask Ravidin. Hey.
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
I would like to ask the same question. So, what is the definition about a toxic environment to you?
Okay, before I try to answer the question, I'd really appreciate the way that Mr. Idea explained about that one. And that's so good when he tried to see something positive in that situation. I mean, a toxic environment. But for me personally, toxic environment is situations or any place or any kind of group of people that can make you feeling uncomfortable, that cause any kind of pains, or we can say make you harm, not making you feeling happy, you always feeling sad and bad, and you really want to get out from that situation or place. So I can call you that is a toxic environment. So even when your family situation and you find out your family member being so bad at you and trying to give you any bad situation, and you also can call it as toxic environment. And the close example.
Okay, so thank you. You guys gave me a beautiful answer about a toxic environment. I mean, it's a good answer. It's not a beautiful answer. It's a good answer about toxic environment. It's not beautiful. Toxic is not beautiful. Sorry.
That is, but I really want to have one question to Mr. Adit. Yeah, but he could see something positive in that. I mean, what is your experience by looking at that start become a positive side for you?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
okay. Okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want to say something first?
no, you can say.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for giving me the question. I think it's a very professional question that you can give to me. I respect the question, right? So, like, the thing that I can look at from the toxic environment as positive impact toward my life is that it's like a challenge for me because, like, if I live in the environment, I will have strong mentality and resilient mentality. And I can face anything and I'll be a tough guy and I will be like, knowing how to talk to people with different backgrounds, different toxicity of human being behavior. So that's what I think.
So it means that you have experience to identify people character and then you can learn and you know how do we handle people or different character from anyone's. Sounds good.
Exactly.
Wow.
Let's say like there's
Super.
people who try to intimidate me or being toxic toward myself. I think that the first common way that I can do was like giving the same feedback or giving the same response, it's gonna be like abrupt and aggressive, and I will be raging toward them too. But I think that's a very bad way to give them response. And instead, I have to, like, I learned from my mistake, so I changed my way of giving people a response. Probably I will be like a nice guy, or I'll be like telling them like this not good, this not right. They have to change your things and don't treat people in that way anymore, because like it's gonna be bad for their mentality as well, and you just don't know what they have been through, and that's worse. You have to learn from them as well. I think like when you give them like good response, they will learn from you too, and it's like you are giving positive impact toward their life as well. It's like you have nothing to lose, but like you just like become bigger and stronger or more resilient.
That is really good. If only you have a good mental, then you can face that situation. But the thing that we're really afraid of, someone who cannot maintain or face that situation because they have a weak mental. For example, for someone who's being sensitive, right? So they cannot easily accept what the people treatment to that person's. So in this point, I can say to you that you have a strong mental to face this situation. Yeah, that's good for you.
Yes, well, I've experienced before. Okay, do you want to go to in that topic, or we want to skip and we want to stick in this topic? Because like I still have another point that I want to add.
Yeah, the question that I just asked you has been answered by you. It's just enough for me.
Okay. Well, I do agree with you guys. Someone told me that we forgive someone, it's not for that person, it's for us, for our hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That what makes us happy. Forgiveness is a must. It's for our soul. And I would like to ask you guys, have you ever been in that situation? I mean, in that toxic moment, like, and how you guys face it? How you guys overcome that toxic environment? I would like to ask Ravidin first, maybe.
Oh, sure, why not? So, I don't really have any specific experience having the toxic environment because I'm a picky guy. Sometimes when I make a friend, that I have to be a really great filter for myself. So I'm gonna do filtration before I try to make a friend. So I don't have any specific situation or example that I can stay in the toxic environment. But if only I can say to you, I had one of my friend, and you know what, we were so close, but sometimes when I try to meet that person, I just feel worried about myself, that because I always got many questions that I think is not suitable question he have to ask me. So I don't hate that person's, and I also don't not 100% like him, but I just find I'm a natural. I wasn't being a natural to that person, but when I try to close with that person, I'm feeling worried about myself, So because the persons must be have one question that I don't like to be heard and I don't like to be answered, and it's always happened. So the thing that I'm going to do to face the situation or to avoid the situation, I try to not meet that person's frequently. So I believe if only I meet that person's, I'm going to feel not comfortable, and I have to be ready to have a unexpected question from that person's. So I just have a simple way that I can do to solve this problem, and try to not meet that person frequently. Just that.
So it means that you stay good, but you make your space is safe from those kind of person, like.
Yeah, of course we need. Yeah, that is right.
So you keep your circle small.
I can say that. So no, make it small, but if only I make it small, it means that I'm trying to break the relationship or the friendship with that person, right? But no, I'm not gonna break the friendship, but I just try to not spend a lot of time with that person anymore. doesn't mean that I have to break it. I will meet that person someday or in the future when I really need that person, because I believe that in the future I have to need that person. That is why I cannot lose contact. That's why I cannot break that friendship.
Okay, and how about you, Adit?
Okay, can you repeat again the question? I forgot it.
Have you ever been in a toxic environment?
And how I face it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so yes, definitely. Like I said, I have been in toxic environments. And like I said, I feel like it's good lesson for my life to be, better person, to be stronger, to be more resilient. And I think that I have the same kind of thoughts as Ravidin before. He said that he has a person that he don't feel comfortable with, and I do have the same this kind of people around me too. So like I feel like when I want to face this person, I feel like um inconvenience and giving me pressure, feels like oppressed by this person. But like over time, I need to be able to talk to them. I need to be able to communicate with them, because like they live in the same environment as me, and no matter what, I'm gonna meet them when I go out, when I do something, or I don't know, I'm gonna meet the person by any chance. So like I just let it be, and I learn from that, and I have to grow, and I have to force myself to be brave to talk to that person or to be surrounded by this person. And then what I realized from that is that this person is not too toxic like what I expected earlier. And I feel like this person is pretty supportive too. I think he became growing up, he became like more mature and understanding about people, and he be respectful at this point. And I think that's what I saw from this guy, from those people as well. And I feel like, well, this people can be different, people can alter their behavior. They might be the worst person, the worst people in the past, but in the present time they become better. So I feel like I don't need to be afraid with them anymore. But then when I was growing up, and I was like having like mentality that I want to fight these people. When I was like around 16 or 17 years old, I was thinking that I don't want to be afraid toward this person. I don't want to feel like inferior toward this person. I have to improve myself by going to martial arts, and I want to learn how to fight. I want to learn how to fight for myself. So that's why I went to I don't know, like training martial arts or something like that. And I get a lessons, and I practice every day, and I try to be like a fighter, I guess, because like I prevent myself from this kind of people when they want to jam me. I don't know, anytime they can want to make trouble with me, they want to mess me up, and I have to be able to defend myself. If I don't, I'm gonna be like a loser. I'm gonna be like a Stacy. I don't want to be this kind of person. I'm having like this kind of mentality. And after war, anytime when I pass himself and when I saw him on the street, I'd be like, well, I'm waiting for you to jam me, and if you do that, I'm gonna be kicking your ass. And that's what I was thinking in my mind when I saw this kind of people every time on the street. But after war, I changed my mind. When I'm growing up, when I get older, I realized that that's not a good mentality, that's not a good mindset, and I have to change it. And I did that. So right now, I become like such a humble person. I just want to be like a positive guy, never want to fight, just try to avoid fight as much as possible, and just to be a peaceful guy, showing them what is maturity, and showing them what is like positivity. And I think hopefully it can change this environment to be in a positive environment. And I want to be one of the person that can motivate people to be a better person or better people, I would say that, and just giving them a good example, and that's it. So that's how I face or solve this environment. That's it.
Okay, so I feel what you feel. I mean, as more as we grow up, we realize that we need someone else, even if that someone else is toxic. So yeah, we should just face it and try to fix it as long as we
Correct.
can do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm. And as
I
long as
prove
the
that.
toxic, yeah, and as long as the toxic is like not cross the boundaries, like not cross the line.
Yeah, like so I have principles or I have
Mhm.
mindset that I don't want to get into people's life or people's problem because that's not good at all for myself. It can harm my life. People don't fight with bare hand anymore. They can use sharp things such as knife or axes. This is very harmful and that's dangerous. They can kill you if you mess
Mhm.
with people's problems. So that's why I wanna stay away from people's problems, and that's it. And living in tranquility, living in peaceful life, and I think that's it. That's the life that I chose. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have another question. Besides the mental health, what are some impacts caused by a toxic environment, such as in education side or a financial side or etc.? Yeah, Adit, can you answer the question first?
What's the question?
So, besides mental health, what are some impacts caused by a toxic environment, such as in education side, maybe, or a financial side, or etc.?
Do you mean the positive effect or negative effect?
Both of them. Like, can you show what's the impact, or have,
Or
have
what's
you
the
ever
impact of?
experienced?
Okay.
Mhm.
I personally, I cannot speak on behalf of other people, right? I just can't speak on behalf of me. So I just say the thing that I experienced, that I saw, that I behold in my life. So I think that it affected my life a lot because it's like a connection that I cannot get rid of. So I just let it be and just take the positive side from that. For example, like when I talk, okay, I'm just gonna say the same thing again. So like when I talk to the people that I was afraid of, and now I became brave to talk to that person I became from too, and the person respect me a lot as well because he's probably see my progress and see myself, and I'm growing up right now. So probably he put some respect on my name, and they don't want to mess me up. If they don't, they do, they will see the consequence because like I would like to defend myself. I would like to defend my dignity, protect my pride, and just I would die for my pride, and that's it. So like, but of course I will try to stay away from people's problems as much as possible. And besides that, like the thing that affect my life is that I become a tough person, I become a firm person too, and I think that it give me bravery when I go out. I will understand how to face people's behavior, like if they have such a bad demeanor, and I would just need to tackle them in a good way. And so like I will understand about life as well, like what's kind of lesson that I will give to my future children, and what gonna thing that I'm gonna teach them, and they will learn from my experiences that I'm having in the moment. Um, and I think like the thing, I mean, the part of my life get affected by this environment is my mentality, and I don't feel like my education, my knowledge can be affected by these things. And so yeah, I think that's it. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
Okay, I would like to ask another question to Ravidin. I would like to ask a different question. Hey Ravidin, are you there?
You're not always here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna stay here until this finish.
Okay. So, I would like to ask you, have you ever feel like a toxic environment or environment around you influence you to be a different person? Or have you ever feel like you are a different person, like it's not me in the middle of a toxic environment?
That's a really good question. I can say to you that I am adjustable person. I mean, I can adapt to many situations. I'm flexible person. So from this environment, I'm gonna be this way. From this environment, I'm gonna be this way. I mean, it's not because it's not changing my character, but changing my treatment to people. The way I try to treat people depend on the environment I have. So in a toxic environment, like say to people that I don't have really a toxic environment. So when I get with my friend, when I hang out with my friend, with my colleges, and we just fine. I'll be myself, but not completely, not completely different. I mean, when you hang out with your friend, you're gonna be like this way. But when you hang out with your colleges, with your working partner, so you're gonna be different, right? Sometimes there's something that you need to hide. Your, you can say, your over fun character that you need to hide a little when you meet, when you hang out, when you get with your working partner, right? So it's kind of different treatments that I can do based on the environment I have.
Okay, so
Do you get it?
I get it. So it's like a different treatment that you give. Depends on the situation, depends on the place, isn't it?
Exactly, depend on the people that I go with. Because you cannot use your behavior to your friend and then to your another to another people like your working partner. So it must be so different, right?
Well, I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are really mature. You guys face an environment that is not always positive, but you guys always can change it into a positive ways. That's great.
Yeah, I think it's really important for us to have to be flexible person. So no matter what kind of people that you're gonna meet, you're going to be able to get along with that people. Okay, gonna be able to communicate, gonna be able to make a friend. So you're not gonna be stuck in one character only that you can go in. So that is why really important for us being flexible to everyone. So even, you know what, Miss Tara, when you really meet that person being toxic, not to you only, but to people, and you really need something from that person, you have to know how to get along with that person. Doesn't mean that you have to 100% stay with that person, but you see something that you really want to take from that person. That is why you have to use your skill. How the way you can modify your treatment to that people by knowing that people first. So me, sometime I will not avoid the people 100% because when I need that person, I will go to that person's, right? But I really understand the situation that I will 100% avoid that person. If only I can know something good from that person that I can take. Of course, in this situation, I'm gonna 100% avoid that person. Gonna stay away from that person. But if only I still find out one good thing that I can get from that person, I just try to make a distance to that person. I'm not going to be stay away forever.
Okay, but have you guys ever plugged someone, or yeah, it's like that someone is super duper toxic and you don't really want to talk about them anymore. You don't want to talk with them anymore. Have you guys ever felt that?
Sometimes, you know what, me, sometimes that is why we have to learn people's. And when it's going to be different, for example, Mrs. Zelki and you, maybe for me that you are toxic, but for Mrs. Zelki, you are not. Because why? Because I have a different character that I need from you. Okay, you are not my type of friend, right? Maybe I feel I'm being so sensitive person. So when you try to make a joke to me, that I just take it personally, right? So I can be positive, can be toxic for you, but I maybe cannot be toxic for other people. You get it?
I get it.
So
So
for
it's
me,
depend on personality.
there's no any absolute standard that people can use to categorize people toxic. I mean,
Mhm.
but it's just come from your feelings to that person.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
you will not find out. One person will be set as a toxic by 10 people.
Okay.
That's what was
Yeah.
the question?
I do agree with you. Sometimes it's just about like personality. It's about MBTI. Have you guys ever heard about it? Yeah, it's
Oh,
about it. Mm.
okay. Would you like to
How
tell me
about you,
about it?
Adit? Uh-huh. Excuse me.
MBTI?
Oh, MBTI is something like it's like a campaigners or entertainers or yeah, something like that. That kind of
Um,
stuff.
maybe we can discuss it another time.
Yeah, it's a the personality. So Adit, I would like to ask you, hey Adit,
Oh,
have you
yeah.
ever blocked someone or yeah, you cut the communication with someone? Have you ever do that? Because that someone is super duper annoying for you maybe or it's very toxic for you. Have you ever do that?
So I never block anyone. Like if they're being toxic to me, I still have their contact or having their numbers. So
Mhm.
maybe, of course, they ever offended myself and feel super uncomfortable. Probably I would like to fight them as well, but like try to stay under my line. I mean, I try to stay in my line. I'm sorry for saying that. So like I just try to understand them. Like I forgive them. Um, like I think as a man, I will never block anyone because that's not me, and that that will that thing will be committed by women because the women a lot of women want to block people if they don't like it. I think
Mhm.
in that way. Don't you think like that?
Well, personally, I ever block someone because
Yeah.
yeah, that someone is just don't bring any positivity on me. So I think that no, it just brings something bad in my life. So why do I have to keep my communication with him or with her?
Well, I got it. It's not about keeping communication with them, but it's like you just have their number, right? And you will not talk to the person, right? You just have their
uh,
number, but you will not try to text them or having a call or having a video call. You won't, right? Just like
it,
having the number, so it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
it actually depends on how toxic is that person. If it's like in the level that is unforgiven, I will like to block them. But if it's just like annoying, I will just delete their number and when they need me, they're gonna text me. That's it.
Yeah, I got you. So
Mhm.
honestly, one of my friend that I met from university, the
Uh-huh.
guy was very toxic actually to everyone, to every single friends of him. So basically, when one of my friends tried to express themselves on status, on WhatsApp, for example, and then he posts himself that he was doing something on selfie, right? Maybe my
Mhm.
friend was at the restaurant. He took a selfie of himself and he posted on WhatsApp. And the guy, my friend, commented that post, and he will make fun of my friend's selfie, and he will say like, "Oh, you look horrible.
Oh,
You look like a sissy. You look like this and that. You look like a clown." So I think
oh,
he would
that's
say
bad.
that, right? So like, no, it's like for joking, but I feel it's very
Uh-huh.
toxic. It make my friend feel super comfortable to post anything anymore
Mhm.
after get coming from the guy. And actually I feel kind of insecure too when I try to express myself on WhatsApp. When I post something like this and I'm afraid that he will comment it.
Mhm.
It's not because I'm afraid to like to I'm sorry. It's not afraid because look, I will be judged by the guy, but I'm afraid to be like um commented because like it will affect my mentality, it will affect myself, and I don't know. I think it's
Mhm.
already affected my mentality because like I feel unconfident to post anything after that. But over time, like I said to you before, like I'm growing up and I feel like I don't give a damn about what people think of me anymore. And I am in this state, and I feel more comfortable to for myself. Sometimes I post my shit on my app, and probably they will see it. And sometimes my friend commented by saying bad word like "fuck" in English, probably, and I'd be like, okay, I'm just like laughing, sand feedback like emoji, life emoji. So like I used to make a joke like I talked to foreigners and I recorded myself having a video call with my friend and I post that on WhatsApp, and the guy comment it again and he was saying to me fuck, and I was like, okay, I was just laughing, and I was expecting that could happen to me after I post this video, and I know it's gonna be the one. And but like I think it is cool, it's cool to have this kind of experience. Like it's like giving me like good mentality. Like let's say that I want to do something much more than that. Let's say that I want to post something on social media, like on TikTok, right? I want to be this kind of person, and I portray myself in this way, and then I'm afraid to be commented by the people, and this is not gonna work. I'm gonna be like super insecure person, and I will not do anything. It's gonna be still, and I will not have any experience. But this guy give me like strong mentality to face that kind of thing can happen to me in the future. Let's say that I do some controversial thing and I post that on TikTok, and a lot of people will watch my video, and if I'm not ready for the comment of the people, I'm gonna be like super afraid and insecure, and it's not gonna be good for me. So like I just take I just look at the positive side from my friends toxicity and enjoy it. That's it. And I think there's gonna be jealous of me. I think in the future they will realize that what I've been doing is good for myself, and if they keep doing the same toxicity again, I think they're gonna be disappointed with their life, because they think that, oh, I'm not gonna improving, I'm not gonna enhance myself and stay to be like toxic guy, toxic person, and not having any progress in their life, and they cannot come along anything nicely, and that's bad. That's not good. So that's what I think.
Okay, so I think that you are right. Sometimes a toxic things cannot give something good for us at the moment, but it will make us stronger. I mean, yeah, it's going to build our mental to be stronger than before. But for some people, I think it doesn't apply that way. I mean, for some people, when they're in a toxic environment, they become worse. I mean,
They're not become traumatized. They're gonna be shocked and surprised for the first time. I know that because like one of my female friends, they told me that she got criticized by somebody. She was like shocked. She was like traumatized by that comment, and she will be like so insecure with herself, and she will not do anything afterward. You know what I'm saying? Like this like the thing that she has to learn from that experience. So like I think that everyone can do it, and everyone can surpass that kind of mentality, and go into another state and become more resilient. But me myself, I because like I know myself, and that's my responsibility for my mentality, and I will not let it to take me down, and I have to get up and rise up again. Yeah, that's the thing. And I'm saying like I'm saying this to you too. I think that you are having that kind of mentality, or you feel like that's not good to be having toxic environments, and you feel you have to stay away because this is gonna make you feel like bad. That's okay. That's normal. I think that's common sense. But the things that you have to grow, you have to be better. You have to be stronger and firmer.
Okay, guys, our time is going to run. It's like it's like only 1 minute left. So maybe I'm really sorry. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we are really enjoying it.
Yeah, because it's using the free Zoom meeting, So yeah, or it's going to end like automatically. So maybe Sintara, you can close it.
Okay. So thank you guys for sharing. I'm really happy to talk with you guys tonight. It's such a really nice conversation. I'm so excited tonight because of you guys.
Yeah, we're very excited to talking with you, and thank you for having us as a guest. And we hope that we can talk in another time. We can build another conversation and discuss something else.
So guys, thank you for watching our discussion tonight, and bye bye. Have a great day for you all.